In the previous lecture on this chapter, that is nature and purpose of business, right? We had covered that what business is all about. What are the various characteristics of a business activity and the classification of business activities, right? Into industry and commerce and further into trade and auxiliaries to trade, right? Now in this lecture, we are basically going to stress upon what are the main objectives of business. अगर आप बिजनेस शुरू करते हो तो आपके मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है उस बिजनेस एक्टिविटी को अंडरटेक करने का. Business objectives can basically be divided into two types, that is economic and social. We have economic objectives and we have social objectives. Coming first to the economic objectives. As the word suggests, economic is always to do something. It has something to do with profit. So the first economic objective of business is profit earning. When we define business, right? When we define business, we say business can be defined as a set of activities which are undertaken, right? When we say set of activities which are undertaken means production and procurement of goods and services for the purpose of sale with a view of earning profit. So in the definition itself, we say that the main objective of any business activity is to earn profit. ठीक है. आप कोई भी अपना काम शुरू करते हैं, be it opening up a tea stall or be it doing a business of selling books or publishing books, the main purpose is कि आज मैंने अगर 10 रुपए लगाए हैं, ठीक है, तो उसको चीज को मैं बना के 15 रुपए में बेचूं और 5 रुपए का प्रॉफिट मैं अपनी जेब में डालूं. This is my main motive. So first and foremost objective of any business organization is to make profit. But अगर हम definition को analyze करें और उसका last part पढ़ेंगे तो it says to make profit by satisfying the customers' needs and demands. So it's not that we have to aim at profit maximization only, right? That by hook or crook I have to maximize my profit. No, you have to maximize your profit by delivering good quality products to the customers by which satisfy their needs and wants in the best possible manner, right? I hope it's clear. Secondly, after you have started, देखो हम business I think आपने 9th या 10th में भी economics में पढ़ा होगा कि जब हम business शुरू करते हैं, right? कुछ time के लिए हम हो सकता है that we go into a position of loss. Then there comes a point wherein there is no profit, there is no loss. We say that we have reached an equilibrium. No profit, no loss, right? Then there comes a stage wherein we start to make profit. ठीक है. एक बार आपके बिजनेस ने आपको पैसा देना शुरू कर दिया, प्रॉफिट देना शुरू कर दिया, जितना आपने लगाया है उसके ओवर एंड अबव आपको जब देना शुरू कर दिया, नेक्स्ट मेरा जो ऑब्जेक्टिव आ जाता है दैट इज टू अक्वायर अ सब्सटैंशियल मार्केट शेयर. Now, what do you mean by acquiring a substantial market share? Like when I talk of mobile phones, right? The only brand names which are going to come to my mind is that of Apple, Samsung, right? Nokia, Sony, right? These are the ones. Why is it that people don't talk of, there are other brands also in the market? If you compare Samsung with Motorola, right, the market share that Samsung has been able to capture or occupy is much more than what is occupied by Motorola. It means, okay, let's come to another example that you can relate better with. When I talk of pizzas, immediately the name that strikes my mind is Pizza Hut, Domino's. We don't talk of Haldiram pizzas. We don't talk of Nirula's pizzas anymore. Why is that? Is that so? Because they have made a place for themselves in the mind of the consumer. That I correlate pizzas with Pizza Hut or Domino's. I correlate burgers with McDonald's, right, or KFC. So अपने प्रोडक्ट को एक मार्केट है, हम कहते हैं हम अपना प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं, we are offering it to the market, right? If this is the market, ठीक है, इसमें जितने भी प्लेयर्स हैं सब इसी मार्केट में ऑपरेट करेंगे. कुछ लोग आपके सैमसंग खरीदते हैं, कुछ लोग नोकिया खरीदते हैं, कुछ लोग आपका मोटोरोला भी खरीदते हैं, कुछ लेनोवो खरीदते हैं, राइट? तो अब कितने लोग क्या खरीद रहे हैं? इफ दिस इज द मार्केट शेयर व्हिच इज बीइंग ऑक्युपाइड बाय लेट्स से एप्पल, right? We say that Apple has been able to increase its market share. कितनी market मतलब कितने लोग, कितने percentage of लोग जो है आज prefer कर रहे हैं to buy an Apple phone. This is what we call as market share. So after you have started to earn profit, the next objective that you look at is to expand your market share as far as possible, right? इस हद तक हो जाना चाहिए that people start to use your brand name as a substitute for the product. राइट एक टाइम था जब आपका ये KFC वगैरह नहीं थे, मैकडोनल्ड्स यूज्ड टू बी द ओनली ब्रांड नोन फॉर बर्गर्स. बर्गर्स मींस मैकडोनल्ड्स, राइट? नेक्स्ट कम्स इनोवेशन. ओके, वी ऑल नो दैट in today's date, right, your external environment means the environment in which we operate. It's highly volatile, right? The needs and demands and the expectations of consumers, they are ever changing, right? There was a time, when initially the phones were launched. Fine, we had Nokia had introduced this bigger phone, okay, which was like quite heavy, and it used to be a black and white screen. ठीक है? After that they started to, अब एक saturation point आ जाता है, हर एक product का एक saturation point आ जाता है. Thereafter the demand, when you launch a product, right, the demand of the product picks up. Then there comes a point where the demand stagnates. That means at all level of prices, my demand is going to be just the same. तो डिमांड जब आपकी सैचुरेशन पे आ जाती है, thereafter you have to introduce some kind of innovation, some kind of an additional feature, some change in your existing product, or maybe altogether a new product, ठीक है, so that excitement is again back in the consumers to go and buy your product. You have to continuously keep on making innovations, right? We had a black and white phone, then we had a colored screen. After the colored screen, we had QWERTY keypads. After QWERTY, we had your touch screen phones, right? QWERTY plus touch screen phones, right? Now you have your touch phones. Fine. You have those sensor phones also, right? Which can sensor the movement of your finger from one place to another and then act accordingly, right? So continuously we are innovating. This is not only the case with the phones, right? You talk about any sector, innovation has to be there. If you do not innovate, you will be swiped out of the market in no time. You will be swiped. इतना competition है. In order to beat the competition, आपको हर बार, right? Okay, you talk about this only. Earlier, we were launching books in the market. ठीक है, बुक्स आती थी डिफरेंट पब्लिशर्स की, यू गो थ्रू द बुक्स, राइट? नाउ द कंपटीशन इज सो टफ दैट वी हैव टू कम विद समथिंग डिफरेंट. सो here I am as a teacher. I am delivering video lectures. This is my a unique USP, unique selling proposition of my book. This is the USP of my book, that I'm launching the book in the market along with video lectures. This is innovation. This is an example of innovation. If I have to increase my market share, the points are correlated. If I have to increase my market share, I will continuously have to have a distinguishing characteristic in my product which makes my product better than that of the competitor. Last, that is productivity.